Hi, my name is Marin, and in this video, I want to show you some post-workout stretching that you can do using your Yoga EVO strap. So we're gonna grab our Yoga EVO strap, and if you've just gotten done on a nice long run or a big workout, weightlifting, strength training, or even just a yoga routine that you feel like used a lot of muscular movement and you feel like you could use a good stretch, we're just gonna go ahead and show you a nice whole body stretch that you can do. So using your Yoga EVO strap, I like to hold the end loop, place it over my head, grab this, and pull gently. This is gonna stretch my tricep and my inner shoulder. I can go ahead and lean to the side too to deepen that stretch, also incorporating that nice side stretch. You can go ahead and feel free to place your hand or your head up against the inner forearm and push it back so that you keep your back nice and straight. I want to be careful not to arch forward like this. We want to stay nice and aligned and stretching out to the side. You can also feel free to rotate your gaze up towards the sky. Breathe deeply as long as it feels comfortable, and make sure you go ahead and switch sides. From here, we can go ahead and give ourselves a nice quadricep stretch. I like placing the Yoga EVO strap right in front of my shin or right above my foot around my ankle, like this. Lift up. You can find a chair or a wall, something to hold on to. I really want you to focus on the stretch. I don't want this to be a balancing routine. But find a chair or wall if you don't feel comfortable balancing on your own, and then go ahead and pull this leg up into your glute. Once you get here, to deepen the stretch, squeeze your glutes nice and tight with a nice exhale, keeping that core nice and tight. You should feel that stretch deepen into the lower part of your quadricep, the front of your leg. So again, breathe deeply in each pose. If you can, try to hold each pose for 5 to 6 deep breaths. Make sure you do each side. If you feel any strain, sharp pains, or pain in your joints, stop what you're doing, seek help from your medical professional or your doctor, and again, make sure you do both sides. From here, you can sit down on the ground. You can place your foot on a table or a bench, whatever feels comfortable for you, but let's go ahead and give ourselves a nice hamstring stretch, placing that strap right at the bottom of our foot, right underneath the ball of our foot, above the top of our arch, grabbing the handles. We want to make sure that we're really upright and that our hips are pointed forward. We're going to pull our torso or our belly button down towards the top of our thighs. We can give ourselves a nice hamstring stretch. 5 to 6 deep breaths on either side. Make sure you switch sides. And one of the places that I feel like people commonly forget to stretch is their calves. And while we're stretching our calves, we really want to make sure we're not injuring or tweaking our shoulder joints either. So use that Yoga EVO strap, place your wrists into some of the loops about shoulder width apart, get in a nice plank position, and push one heel towards the ground while extending that leg nice and straight. We're just pushing. This is not a downward dog. We're really stretching this calf out right here. Hold this for 5 to 6 deep breaths before exhaling and bending the knee as you continue to push the heel down towards the ground. This should move the stretch from the upper calf down towards the Achilles tendon. And make sure you do the other side. Last but not least, you really want to make sure you stretch your hips. So go ahead and place your Yoga EVO strap down on the ground. We want to stand in catacorner. So place one foot forward and one foot back. If you can imagine a square, you're in the front right corner and the back left corner, or vice versa. From here, place your hands on your hips, bend that front knee, and push your hips down into the ground, down and forward into the ground. You should feel a nice stretch here. This is gonna open up your hips. The hips are so important. These get tight. They're connected to everything. Your lower back, your legs. You wanna keep these nice and straight. And if you want to increase this stretch, go ahead and raise the arm, the same arm as the back leg, and reach over your body, deepening that stretch. Make sure you hold this stretch for 5 to 6 deep breaths before switching to the other side. Nice stretch here. And reach over to the side. This should stretch out that whole length of the back of your arm, the sides, right here where your glutes meet your back, and this hip. This is a really great stretch just to do anytime you're in movement, especially if you're moving your legs a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this whole body post-workout, post-running stretch routine. Again, make sure you try to hold each stretch for a minimum of 5 to 6 deep breaths. You can incorporate this stretch routine before you flow into any of the other routines that we have here, or before you flow into your yoga routine. Also, make sure that you repeat this routine at least a minimum of 3 times in order to get the maximum benefits of this stretch routine. My name is Marin with Yoga EVO, and thank you so much for watching.